Get ready, get set for the best movie and pop culture talk in the universe. It's The Good Brothers on Mercado Airwaves with your hosts, Alex Mercado and Mike Mercado.
What is going on, friends? Welcome into another episode of The Good Brothers. I'm your host, Mike Mercado, as always joined with the good brother himself, Alex Mercado. What's going on, good brother?
What's going on, good brother? Just chilling, killing.
Yes, everything is everything, my friend. Welcome in. It is 2018, and we got a really fun show for you guys. We're going to kick right into it. We're going to talk about everything that is going to hit you in theaters this year, what we're hyped about, what's got us intrigued, and some movies that we feel are a little underrated, what we think you got to keep an eye out for. But before we get to that, Alex, you and I actually saw two separate movies that just came out. You saw The Greatest Showman. I saw Jumanji.
So I saw the better movie, obviously, from what I hear.
I mean, one movie has The Rock.
One movie has Wolverine.
I repeat, one has The Rock.
Pretty sure The Rock starred.
It doesn't matter what you say, Alex.
Zac Efron, which was in The Greatest Showman with Wolverine.
Or Zach Morris, also in your head. So why don't you go ahead and give us a quick review, non-spoiler, of The Greatest Showman, which you're going to start seeing some stuff for award season in about a month.
All right, first is best. All right. Went to see it Saturday. First of all, movie's not very long, about an hour 45, and I guess it's amazing how that's not long nowadays.
Yeah, right.
Even though it doesn't feel long.
But it's a sweet spot.
Let's see. A lot of people actually still there. This is one of those rare movies that's making more money as the weeks go along. Like it almost doubled its second week, and then it's going up. Like its percentages aren't going really down. It's weird. This doesn't happen very often. And usually when movies that do that are movies that are mixed reviewed. And that's where I'm going to start my tirade on is when we first saw the reviews there. First of all, they didn't lift the embargo till day up. So around Christmas time. Go ahead. So explain that to people why that's bad.
Yeah, so for anybody who doesn't understand, usually when an embargo is lifted right before a movie's release, it typically means that they're trying to hide bad reviews. It typically means that they don't believe in the film.
They want to make their big opening weekend.
Exactly.
People pre-order the tickets, and then you kind of start seeing the bad.
So if you, let's say this is the next Avengers movie. If it's as good as people think it is, we're going to hear about the review about it. Yeah, so a few weeks into it. So
sometimes Disney does a little early. DC Cinematic Universe did it a little late. I remember Batman vs. Superman was a week before, which for a superhero movie, usually you get 2 or 3 just to get that positive vibe.
It's red flag sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Not always,
and to be fair, in their defense, there's the numbers speak for itself. There really isn't too many movies. It's a very low percentage of movies that turn out to be very good after this, and this happens to be one of them.
So saying,
again, we go on the tirade because the first reviews come out. They're like, this movie's very cheesy, and it's hyping up this man who started the circus and abused animals, and I get that. I totally respect that. There's a reason the circus is dying, and it's more turned into acrobatics, Cirque du Soleil, stuff like that.
Right.
I agree 100% with it. But then I called you and told you this point is if Variety did a great piece on it saying why the movie actually, for the reasons you're saying it's bad, is why it's great. And you look back at movies like Chicago, Moulin Rouge, Wicked even as a theatrical play. These aren't the best scripts in the world. They're not supposed to be. It's meant for the dialogue, the visual, the sound, the music, the atmosphere. So you walk into this movie, and from scene 1, it gets you right in it. It's like 70% singing, 30% dialogue. And so I guess I wasn't looking for all this dialogue. I don't need all this. Like, it's a very simple story. Good, bad, up, down, we make it, dreams come true, yada, yada, yada. And the problem with me is with these reviews is they're expecting they skipped over he abused animals. He took advantage of these people. And it's like...
Well, it's not a biopic.
I didn't want to go watch that movie.
Right, but it's not a biopic. It's not a documentary. It's The Greatest Showman.
It's a musical about the circus.
That just so happens to use a brand name.
What did you expect going in? You have Hugh Jackman, who's a beautiful singer, great voice. I mean, they already won a Golden Globe for This Is Me, which is a beautiful song. There's at least eight of those songs which are great out of the 10. And out of those 10, I guarantee 3 are going to be nominated for Oscars along with Coco, basically.
So let's go ahead and get into it since we're in the season. Award season-wise, what do you think it's going to do? I mean, Golden Globe just came out.
It's going to win music because Coco's going to win animated. It's 50-50 bucking. It usually is that way. It's going to win music. It should. It really should win music. Like, if you nominated La La Land for all this, which, my opinion about a very satirical musical, like, we get it, you're hipster. If they got nominated for all those and won, there's no reason this doesn't get nominated for at least 2 or 3. And again, all they're really out there right now is Coco's song, Remember Me, which is a great song, but I don't think it passes any of The Greatest Showman. especially since Coco's gonna win animated movie because it has no competition.
There's no competition,
But it's weird because it deserves it anyway.
So now,
It would have won the last 3 years in a row, but has no competition. But
Yeah.
back to Greatest Showman, the performances are great. Zac Efron, Zendaya, very good. Hugh Jackman, amazing. He's just. Have you ever seen a Hugh Jackman movie where you didn't like him? He's almost like the Australian Rock, where like he's just so charming. He's just so lovable. There's even when he's kind of a bad guy, like Prestige and everything, you're rooting for him, you know. Like, and he's I'll give him credit. Again, I didn't want to see a real life story of Barnum because he was a terrible man. And even in this movie, they don't make him 100% innocent. I think one of the best quotes in the movie is when they're doing a review, a journalist. He's bad mouthing and saying like, "Oh, you're abused or you're taking advantage of these people." He's like, "All I saw was like slavery up there," and he turns to him and he says, "All I saw was people smiling and having a good time." And that's kind of like you kind of appreciate that too, since like he really is. The whole point of the movie is, you know, yeah, they're laughing anyway, but let me entertain them. Let me show them I'm more than just a sideshow. That I can make them happy. I can make them, you know, have a good time, forget their problems, and it's a very hopeful story. And I really, really enjoyed it. It's definitely a date movie.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that right now. I know me and Nicole are supposed to see it. It's definitely a movie you want to see on a date because there are parts where you're just, you know, you're scooting in close next to each other. You know, you're getting in that mood. It's a lot of old couples there. It's kind of cute. Like now I kind of know.
So
what
it hit its target.
now I can totally tell what the old demographics looking for because literally 80% of the theater was just old couples.
That's funny.
You know, getting in there on a Saturday night, and like the other 20%
it
was
was
like
bad
couples
weather.
like me. It was cold. It was,
it was
very
really
cold.
cold. It
Like
was
we
like
haven't.
negatives,
Now we're back
negatives.
up, but like it's freezing, and the packed house.
Now, why don't we go ahead and give it a score out of 5?
Here's my next rant. I am no longer going to be giving scores on the show
Oh, interesting.
because I think the problem with scores, and I was thinking about this after the movie because the first thing I thought is, what score am I going to give it? And I'm like, man, as a musical, I give it a 4 out of 5 as a musical because you know there's some bad musicals, but then I'm like, man, but that score is the same as Empire Strikes Back technically, and I just started going into this rabbit hole of, I can't. It's movies are more complicated than that. And if I give scores, I'm no better than my stupid brother and stupid everyone else. I think I'm going to start giving scores for the pure fact that what am I comparing it to? What are we scoring? It's like, what was the score to the basketball game? What was the score to the football game? They're different.
We're going to have to talk about this, so maybe we're going to have to do something like
And I thought maybe
watch,
Eat
don't watch.
Roper, like, you know, thumbs up, thumbs down. Even then, it's like, well, I say C or no from
C
ESPN.
or- C or no?
I say
C?
C.
Well, I don't know.
I think it's simple as this. Like, if you like musicals, if you like Hugh Jackman, and if you just want to get a really happy, enjoying movie with like, it's all up. There's not really down. Like, yeah, it's kind of like Disney. Where like, you know, there's gonna be a little part where like the hero's upset, but he's gonna come back. Same thing with this movie. It's a very uplifting, hopeful movie with beautiful music. It looks amazing. Like some of the set pieces they do and some of the dance routines. Like as a cheer coach and like it's like, you know, I've had to do dances back in the day. I was okay. Man, you just appreciate some of this choreography of like they kill it. So watch it. I'd say watch it. Take a date, take your mom, take your grandma, whatever it is. Go have some fun. I enjoyed it.
So,
C.
C?
C.
And we'll keep our eye on it award
All right,
season.
so
then.
now you review this movie that I believe is overrated. I haven't even seen it, but it seems overrated. Go ahead.
That's the type of person you are. I
You
went
didn't want to see Greatest Showman.
Yeah, I had Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. Really fun. Just a really fun movie. I thought there was going to be more laugh out loud moments. I caught myself chuckling more than I did laughing
How
out
was
loud.
the action?
Was fun. The action was really fun. The comedy was really fun. The comedy was what's the most important thing about a comedy? That the jokes land. And the jokes landed. The best character in the movie was Jack Black. The most annoying character was Kevin Hart, and that should show you how
That's
great the movie is.
We all kind of predicted that.
But, like, that's how great the movie
I hear
is.
that from everyone. The
Kevin
one
Hart's
thing
excellent.
I've heard from every single person is Jack Black steals the movie,
Jack
and I
Black
kind of
steals
just
the
tell
movie.
them, well, duh. Like, he stole the trailers.
Nick Jonas is actually really good in it.
Yeah, he's not bad.
he's actually the most emotional character in the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, because he lives in the universe, right? Something like that.
It's a whole thing. It's really cool because when we were growing up, the Jumanji references, we were young, so we were kids living in that world. This one, the references to the 90s is stuff that you and I actually lived through. So there's a lot of cool stuff that we would take more than we did with the original one.
Yeah.
The one thing it does really great is it acknowledges the love, because Jumanji itself is not
How many Robin Williams references did we get?
one.
Okay, so that's good for me.
Yeah.
I only needed one. That's fine. Okay, that helps. If they did none, I'd be pretty upset.
And it's very subtle. It's
That's
very
fine. It doesn't
classy.
need to be big. It just needs to be one. Just do the one.
But
I'm sure it's like something like when he used to live in that world, and someone's like,
it's-
"Oh, you know
it's-
Alan or the crazy guy."
It's
But
great.
that's all I need. I didn't need them. Okay, that's good.
But the one thing that's the one thing it does great. It respects, because like we said, Jumanji is a really fun movie that we have fond memories of.
But I don't
it's
think
not a
the-
classic.
But I think it is for us. But like the older
Yeah.
generation doesn't get it, and like you hear a lot of the older generation be like, "I didn't get it." I think it's one of those movies where it's your time.
Yeah.
You know, because
Yeah,
like there are
it's
people
totally a
our
time.
age who doesn't
Yeah.
like ET.
Yeah,
You
right.
know,
But
like
that's
I think
movie
certain
style.
movies are
Yeah.
like, especially these younger kid movies that aren't Disney. I think it's a very good point of like, Jumanji was classic to us.
So yeah.
But maybe if you were 10 years older than us, it doesn't really like land for you.
So
all
for
the way.
that in mind, with like when we're living in a time where like Power Rangers comes out and people are always asking with like, are they respecting the source material, quote unquote? The source material of this movie does great, and it feels like, oh, we could totally have a brand new Jumanji universe without even thinking twice.
Is there going to be a sequel? I mean, it made some money. You see, yeah.
There's going to be a sequel, not directly the movie's intention is to make a sequel. It leaves itself open to one if they want to like do anything with it, because it shows that it could become anything.
I mean, real life, it made a ton of money. Like,
Yeah.
it was the one that dethroned Star Wars.
But it was great. This is what I was explaining to your brother and your father was it was perfect placement. It was the perfect counter programming for Star Wars at the time.
And I think it goes back to show your credit to The Rock. Like he does sell tickets. Like I
He
know,
does.
and I think it goes to show
He's
you
the
like the
Arnold of
movie.
this generation.
The movie does. Oh, I think it's a little better. The
Yeah,
movie.
agreed.
I think that all the audience is telling The Rock is like, hey, don't make Baywatch again, dude. Like we'll watch you in San Andreas, which was fine. We'll watch you in Jumanji, which is good. We'll watch Central Intelligence. Like, just you cannot make garbage like Baywatch because we're not gonna come and do it. We won't do it. But if you make anything decent,
Hey,
we will come watch
speaking
it, my
of
friend.
decent, there's a movie that we're going to talk about a little into the show.
Well, I know,
Coming into
I know
2019.
it's not on the first page.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Den of Thieves is on this page, so never mind. We're good.
So why don't we go ahead and we'll take a quick break, let everybody catch themselves, because we're going deep into 2018, Alex. Let's see what you
11
could spend your
pages
money
deep.
on.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun here on The Good Brothers on Mercado Airwaves. Stay tuned.
If you would like to support Mercado Airwaves, visit us at patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves. Find us on iTunes at Mercado Airwaves. Keep up to date with the show on Facebook at Mercado Airwaves. You can follow Alex on Twitter at Mercado21Alex. Follow Mike on Twitter at mmercado2333 and on Instagram, Mike Mercado2333. Mercado Airwaves is brought to you by supporters at patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves.
All right, Alex, usually in the movie world, January is a slow time, but that's not the case anymore. Everything comes out. For those of you listening to the show that it's been posted, it's probably around January 10th when you're listening to this. Insidious, The Last Key already came out, but coming out in January, some movies I want to touch, get your opinion on. Insidious, The Last
So Mike's
Key.
already lied to the audience because I'm looking at this list, dude, and I don't see anything crazy.
Okay,
good.
here we go. So this is why I'm
Go
the
ahead,
host,
yeah.
and I have more wisdom than you. Insidious, The Last Key, Paddington 2, 12 Strong, Maze Runner, The Death Cure. The reason I picked this one, for example, Paddington 2, the surprise hit Paddington, a sequel coming out. 12 Strong, the movie about the 9/11 soldiers that responded.
Starring Chris Hemsworth.
Starring Chris Hemsworth, Thor, and of course Maze Runner, The Death Cure, getting the third movie in a franchise that nobody asked for, nobody's watching, and they got a third film.
All right, so that was Mike, the host. Here's Alex, the realist. Insidious Last Key, as we already know, is getting very mixed reviews, not making a lot of money. Paddington 2, amazing reviews. It's gonna make good money. It probably deserves a lot more money for how good it is, and these stellar reviews from Paddington 1 and 2 and the British humor and style. Den of Thieves you skipped with 50 Cent and O'Shell Jackson and Gerard Butler. I'm hyped. I know it's gonna be bad. 12 Strong. That's a hit or miss. I like that it has Michael Shannon and Michael Pena in it because it gives Chris Hemsworth a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I think Chris Hemsworth is a comedic guy. I think we kind of realized at this point. And let's see what else. And Maze Runner, you kind of buried it yourself. You didn't have a choice because I mean, what part are we in? Like I barely remember the first one.
But in a world where
Sort of.
things like John Carter don't get sequels, The Virgin doesn't get sequels, things like that. This movie's
this
got
also
its
was
third
supposed to
one.
come out 2 years ago. Without
But he got injured.
I
He
get
got
that.
injured.
Okay, that's still bad.
Okay,
It's
that's-
gonna
but that's
flop.
January.
Okay, and they spent 2 million. It's gonna flop anyway. So,
So
so
that was
January has one really good movie that's not gonna make as much money as it should, and a couple movies that might make a little bit money but probably will be bad. So
Now,
January's terrible this year.
At least to me, a month that kind of slows down is February, where we get 50 Shades Freed again. The third film in a
Hey,
franchise.
the money's only going up. People are realizing it.
Yeah, so
But I feel like this one's gonna make more money than the second, sadly, because it's the end, and I feel like people who watched all of them are gonna be like, let me jump back on for this last one. Let me see the stupid wedding and get on. Winchester, I wish was gonna be better, but you're already hearing very just like, yeah, it's fine.
there was a lot of hype with Winchester as the years
and then
were
the
going on.
trailers come on, you're like, okay, they're not.
But here's one before I get to the big one of February. The one that I'm really interested in. It looks like a dumb action movie. It's the 1517 to Paris.
Well, that one's interesting because they're using the real life people. Clint Eastwood is directing, so that one's one that like I don't know if it'll be good or bad, but I'm very interested to see how that works out. Peter Rabbit is gonna bomb, and it so sucks because Peter Rabbit apparently is important.
But here,
us.
let's go ahead and just let's not
probably
get
the most hype movie for me of the year.
probably, and you know what? I'm gonna say it's pretty close to it. Black Panther, coming out really fast.
That's how he sounds.
We're big sports fans, including football. We were watching the national championship game. There was a new TV spot there.
With the Panthers and the helmet,
which is great. I don't even want to talk about it, but like, let's just say how excited at this point.
Sold.
The movie's a month away. How excited are you? I mean
it's a 10 out of 10. Like, there's no more excitement I could be. Like, unless you told me Halle Berry Storm is coming out in this movie.
I agree.
To be his wife. That's the only thing. But, like, guess what? Now they can get married. I didn't even think about that.
Really
I love
cool.
weddings.
That's pretty cool.
All right. The rest of the month's terrible.
Yeah.
What's Annihilation?
You know what? I thought it was a Mortal Kombat movie, but it's not.
I thought it was like a Resident Evil, but we got done with
ahead.
that. Game Night looks terrible. Oh, comedies just are not doing well. Like dead comedies. I would say like straight comedies because obviously like what was that? Sick Love, Drunk Love, Punch Love.
Yeah, Sick Drunk Love, whatever it's called. Punch Love.
What's that movie you like this year? Big Sick. Big Sick. Like comedies are good. It's just the fact that it's not like these real satirical comedies are not doing well.
Let me take you to March though, Alex. Why don't we go ahead and start with a Jennifer Lawrence movie and Red Sparrow, and when we talk about Bruce Willis rebooting Death Wish.
I kind of want to watch it. If I'm gonna, first
just
of all,
the train wreck.
I'm kind of like, because again, this is like our 5th movie with the female assassin, and I get it. Hey, women have equal rights. If they want to make bad movies too, they can make bad movies too. Because no offense, I don't know who was clamoring for this because the guy movies aren't very good either. Besides John Wick, and I heard Atomic Blonde was fine. But I mean, aren't we a little sick of Jennifer Lawrence? I like her serious roles. I really do like when she's chasing Oscars more than she's chasing the headline and the money. I personally.
So she becoming Natalie Portman
in the middle. But she won her Oscar already. Natalie Portman did that first and then went to the Oscars. Jennifer Lawrence is acknowledging the fact that she won an Oscar and I can make money. So she's good.
What can I interest you in? Strangers Pray at the Night. I really enjoyed The Strangers, the first one.
You skipped probably the biggest movie of the month. Hopefully, A Wrinkle in Time. You're gonna cut. Did I cut your producer thing there?
Yeah.
Did I not get how the show works?
Yeah. You learned.
No. Now I want to talk about Wrinkle in Time.
All right, let's go with Wrinkle.
Strangers. It looks fine. Trailer looks bad, but I feel like we could have put that on Netflix and I'd be fine. Okay. I don't want to pay for it. I'm not gonna pay for it, but I'm gonna watch it.
No, I just really enjoyed The Strangers. So I just want to.
But for an hour and a half of just what I'm gonna get the first one. I'm gonna probably wait.
Okay, cool. Let's go ahead. No, go ahead. Wrinkle in Time.
Oh, well, by the way, I'm probably not gonna watch this one either because like I have no idea what's going on in it. But our future Madam President is in it, and I like Mindy, whatever her name is, and I like Thor. Was it not Thor? Thor's son and what's his name? Star Trek. Chris Pine. I like Chris Pine. It all comes back to Thor.
Nicole's very excited for this movie.
She reads. She's literate. She's smart.
So I'm excited to watch it just because, again, March really starts off that.
I need a movie.
Now, let me tell you the movie I'm most excited about. You know what? I lied.
Your pervert butt's probably going to pick
the second
Tomb
movie
Raider, right?
I'm most excited about. It's Tomb Raider. Just for the idea we get Alicia Vikander an Oscar award.
I wanted Daisy Ridley.
Daisy Ridley would have been great. How about we go into, speaking of Daisy Ridley, we go into her co-star in Pacific Rim Uprising coming out that same month. John Boyega, is he a superstar, Alex?
Wow, really good plug there. Good job.
Is he a superstar?
That's tough. He was the only good part about Detroit, if that helps, and the white cop that's really evil, the little ginger kid that no one likes from We're the Millers. He's hilarious. I love John Boyega. I love Pacific Rim. I'm gonna watch it. I think if this one just needs to be good. Just be good, and people will give you Transformers money because they didn't give it to them.
That's what it's about.
So the money's there, and it's gonna make money overseas. But you got 2 great movies above it with Iowa Dogs, which Paul Thomas Anderson, I believe. No. It's
Go ahead.
Oh my god, you go
Yeah,
ahead.
look it up.
It looks beautiful. It's got like Edward Norton, Bryan Cranston's doing a voice, Bill Murray's doing a voice, like so many people doing voices. It's an island of dogs that they sent away, and it looks beautiful.
It's with Scarlett Johansson, Edward Norton, Bill Murray, Bryan Cranston, Tilda Swinton,
Like,
Jeff Goldblum,
Jesus Christ.
Yoko Ono.
Just for fun.
Directed by Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson. I'm thinking of Phantom Thread.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, that one looks good. And Sherlock Gnomes looks cute.
It's gonna make money because it's
it
kind of
looks
program.
cute. I get it. What else is?
Can you guess which one's the movie that I'm most excited about in March, Alex?
Oh, it's the one I'm most excited about too. Mary Magdalene.
Yeah.
Ready Player One.
Ready Player
Wow,
One.
that movie's not gonna make any money. Mary Magdalene. That already looks terrible. It's not gonna.
Wait,
make
they're
money.
hiding it.
That's fine.
Did you read the
We're
book?
Religious people. Damn.
Have you ever read the book?
Again, Mike, we don't read in this
I've
house
actually read
because
the book.
they don't have Batman on it or it's not a
That's
comic
fair.
book. I'm going to before the movie comes out. Don't tell me anything. Don't give anything away. The trailers were amazing.
Is the
Steven
Iron
Spielberg.
Giant why you even got into it though? That scene.
No, the latest trailer just with everyone, like the Joker. And everything. I'm like,
yeah.
they got everyone. So anyway, I'm so excited. Don't talk to me until we read the book because we'll do a little preview thing.
Okay.
Mary Magdalene's still gonna make money because of Easter. I forgot.
Now let's get into
Blockers.
My favorite
John
month
Cena butt chug.
in April. My birthday month starts off with Blockers again. Just a quiet movie with John Cena comedy.
I think we're gonna finally see if John Cena can make some money. Like, he really has not too much competition that weekend. A Quiet Place. Never mind. Ugh.
A Quiet Place.
We are getting some good
How about
movies
this,
in
Alex? How
March.
about A New Mutants? How about I Do You One Better? How about not maybe one better, but how about Rampage?
Oh well, hold on. Well, go back to March for 1 second. I'm trying to look through this. I think we're gonna be in a movie every weekend, Mike.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see.
I
March.
looked through this,
Okay,
yeah.
Friday, March 2nd. I want to see Death Wish.
Yes.
That one we might skip. That if we're spending too much money at the movies, we need to get Movie Pass. But
Yeah.
let's say somehow we don't. That's the one. A Wrinkle in Time. You're gonna have to see at least.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Which I'm excited for.
Then
more-
you have Tomb Raider.
Excited.
Then you have this weekend's gonna suck because Pacific Rim, Iowa Dogs, and Sherlock Gnomes. Realistically, we'll probably end up seeing
Pacific
Rim.
Rim, yeah.
Hopefully, like I said, we're gonna get Movie Pass, people.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be able to go
I don't
Wednesday.
wanna see
I think
Bryan
Wednesday
Cranston die,
morning is
though.
gonna be our thing.
Yeah.
It's just his voice.
But he's gonna die. I don't want to hear it.
The next week, Ready Player One opening night,
I'm so excited.
and then now we're on Friday. We're again A Quiet Place. We got to see it because we know it's gonna be the breakout hit.
Yeah, that's the
New
one. Yeah.
Mutants, got to see opening night. Like Jesus
And
Christ.
then let's get into it.
And Super Troopers 2.
Rampage and Super Troopers 2 Alex on 4/20,
God.
2018.
You want to do a double feature?
We might have
should
to.
totally do a double feature.
So April 20th is going to
I
be a
think that
busy
speaks
day.
for itself, people. Like, you kind of know the people we are. If Rampage and Super Troopers will be the best feature ever. Which one we watch first is going to be the decision. But, man, okay, wait. let me
Alex,
turn
I'm
the
sorry.
page. Are we
There's also-
still going to the movies?
Yes, because guess what? There's 3 movies you have to see. There's the
Like,
new
we're gonna have
Cloverfield
Mike, we have
movie.
to get Movie Pass this month. Like,
So-
we
so
need to
for-
get it for Black Panther.
So
at
for
least.
everybody, the weekend before
Jesus
my birthday,
Christ.
on April 20th, for a lot of you, for half the country, it's legal. You're going to enjoy your holiday. There's 3 movies you have to go see. You have to go see Cloverfield. You have to see Super Troopers. You
Yeah,
have to see
with The
Rampage.
Rock. And okay, you know what then?
We get a break.
We get 2 weeks
We-
off
we get-
before we just get, the greatest movie. No, we get 1 week off, Mike. Your
It's-
birthday weekend.
We get my birthday
and
weekend.
then
off.
guess what happens? The biggest movie of the year, the Star Wars
May.
level movie, even with a Star Wars movie coming out sadly.
Talk about it.
We've already talked Infinity War, people. You're gonna watch it. We don't have to say anything. What else? What comes? I want to see what comes out that weekend.
That's
with
the
it.
key. That's the
Nothing.
key.
No new
Nothing.
releases. That
Nothing.
Weekend. Look at the next weekend. Life at a Point, Action Point. Yeah. No. Okay. So
You wanna know
nothing
when
comes
something
out the
comes out?
second weekend.
So hold on, hold that thought. So it comes out May 4th.
Well,
You want to know when
Thank God the stupid movie comes out next
the
to
movie
it.
I'm excited about? I shouldn't say I'm excited about. The movie that I want to see after May 4th, which is Infinity War, comes out May 18th, and that's Slender Man.
But dude, I don't like the concept. Watch the documentary.
I
like
love the
they said.
documentary.
I like the
It's a very disturbing, sad documentary
I
about
feel
2
like-
girls and 3 girls.
Again, throw it on Netflix.
But again, it's just a difference now, Alex. Wait, hold that thought. We have 1, 2, 3 weeks, and then we're right back into it with Solo, a Star Wars story. When do we get a trailer?
It doesn't. You know what? We're not gonna talk about this because I think we need to do a whole show about it.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
look where this
I'll
movie's
mark it.
placed, dude. After Infinity War, before Deadpool, like Ocean's 8, this movie's not being. It's sad because this movie's not being set up to do well. It's probably only gonna. I don't think it's gonna make as much as Rogue One. Like as much as
Yeah, I
people.
agree.
I think it'll be better. I think this is gonna suck. Is that this movie's gonna be pretty damn good, but the problem is, I think people just the way the reviews are nowadays, the way critics are nowadays, the way people are when they read this stuff, like this movie's doomed, and it's so sad. And it's still gonna make money, but like you got Deadpool 2 coming out it's probably only gonna be on top for 1 weekend.
You want to be real about this?
Like Ocean's 8 is gonna beat it.
How about 3 weeks? How about little less than a month? The Incredibles 2.
Like it's gonna have 1 week at the top, and it's gonna be still fighting Infinity War money plus Slender Man in horror.
So just so everybody is clear,
Jesus Christ,
that's Friday, May 25th. Solo a Star Wars story. Then Friday, June 1st, we have Deadpool. The very next week, Ocean's 8 with Sandra Bullock and Kate Blanchett, and just some of the greatest women in Hollywood. Then on Friday, June 15th, the long overdue sequel of maybe one of the best superhero movies of all time, The Incredibles. The Incredibles 2 comes out. Then Alex.
Oh, by the way, Jurassic World: The Fallen Kingdom.
No big deal.
Comes out
June 22nd.
Just one of the top 3 highest grossing movies of all time.
But guess what? Maybe to me, the dark horse, the sleeper, June 29th. Sicario 2, Salado.
I really appreciate that. Is like it's gonna make good money. It's like they probably made it a little cheaper. Like they're smart. They know where they're putting it. I'm just happy because that movie's gonna be well written, well directed, well acted, and there's probably gonna be our first. Because this time is around when River came out. This is probably gonna be our first award movie of like, okay, the actor, writer, someone's probably gonna get a nomination for this movie. So I'm kind of happy it's there.
Hold on.
Again, we're gonna be at the movies every single week.
I have a question for you. What do you got planned for 4th of July?
I'm not watching The Purge unless the trailer's amazing.
Well, guess what? There's movies coming out because 4th of July, you have The Purge, if you're into that Wednesday. But if you're not, if you just want to wait 24 hours, you get to see Ant-Man and the Wasp.
We're going to watch that just because,
The first movie post-Avengers Infinity War.
Oh, this one comes out Wednesday, July 4th.
Yes, that's the same weekend. So
I know it's the same weekend, but it's funny. Like,
yeah,
that's smart of The Purge, actually. That's good. Like, because they're going to make their nut, but it's going to take a 5-day weekend. And then because they're going to have to take those first 2. So that's actually really smart. I give them credit because that series sells. Now, how many stupid Purge costumes you see last year with the mask and the slutty outfit?
Hey, man, you get to your niche. You have Ant-Man and the Wasp coming out of that. And then even though I'm not a fan of the series, the next weekend, Hotel Transylvania 3.
I watched 2 in a row there. I'm not proud of it. They were on FXX. I was on my phone. And I find them hilarious. Because I'd rather take all the stupid actors and not look at them and just hear their voices.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's how that's more bearable.
But look at this. Let me ask you this. This is a tough weekend, though, because the weekend before with Ant-Man and the Wasp, it's followed up with Hotel Transylvania 3, The Nun, and Skyscraper, a rock movie. Yeah. So you have a movie, The Nun, which is the one of the scary characters in The Conjuring.
It's a Conjuring. Yeah. It's a Conjuring.
And then Skyscraper, a rock movie, a disaster movie.
Yeah.
And then obviously Hotel Transylvania. So
well, see, to me, it's like I think this is the year. Like again, we're getting stacked with all these movies. I think it's gonna be a big year because I think this is even almost double what we had last year, and we had some big ones. I think at this point, it's gonna be reviews are gonna be everything. I feel like last year there was movies that got good reviews and still made a lot of money. I think this year, look at this, we'll go back, Nun, Skyscraper, and Hotel Transylvania. Cartoons always make their money, so that's gonna take half. So now you either choose the Nun or Skyscraper. I get they're different genres, but at some point, like people watch everything. So
right, it's gonna be split.
There's like those same people watching Nun probably watch
it is summer vacation,
and I feel like again maybe we can start picking a Skyscraper. I think will be the loser that weekend.
Yeah,
of all of them.
Yeah,
and we can start doing that because look at the next weekend you have Mamma Mia.
I was gonna ask you, you're a musical fan.
The trailer was dope.
Okay.
Like, I mean, it's I could totally see my mother and your grandmother loving this movie because they already do. Every old lady loves Mamma Mia.
No,
I guarantee if we walk the co-op, she'll basically sing the words.
Now what about Alita, Battle Angel?
I don't think it'll make money.
Okay. What about the?
I hope it's good. Those kind of movies, you just gotta hope are good reviews.
But it's got big competition before it and after it.
Even Blade Runner 2049 didn't make money.
I agree.
Like, so,
but why do you hide it there? Why do you hide Mamma Mia and Elsa in between?
Again, where are you gonna put it, dude? We've just gone through a list. We're at the movies every weekend with choices. Some movies were like. I thought the same thing, and I'm looking around. I'm like, well, you put it the weekend before, you're screwed.
Before we get to August,
Mission Impossible 6.
Why don't you say what comes out Friday, July 27th? We have Mission Impossible 6.
Yeah. Teen Titans Go. Again, animated movies make money. No matter what, guys. Emoji Movie made money. Mm-hmm. Every animated movie. These actually look kind of good. Because I love Teen Titans Go. I love how satire it's become. Because it kind of started off as like, we're the new ones. Now they're like, oh, you hate us because we're going to rub it in your face. And now you love us.
I actually love Teen Titans
We're the Rick and Morty of PG, guys.
And then I love Mission Impossible.
Oh, yeah. And what's funny is, remember last time we saw Rogue Nation, was it?
Yeah, Rogue Nation. Because Rogue
We were actually going to go see Southpaw.
Yeah.
And I had been dying to see Eminem,
Jake Gyllenhaal.
And it was sold out. And then we're like, well, we're here already. Like, should we just watch a movie? And I'm like, well, yeah, we're here. Like, we missed it. Like, let's watch a movie. And I was so angry. I was pouting the whole time. Like, I'm watching this movie stupid. And I love Mission Impossible. So good. It made me go back and be like, so holy shit, the series is amazing. He just holds his breath for 10 minutes.
Now, speaking of awesome, Alex,
I can't wait.
There's August 3rd is huge. There's 3 movies I want to talk about. The Equalizer 2, Denzel. The untitled Christopher Robin project, interesting for Winnie the Pooh. But to me, the one that talks to my heart is The Predator. Talking about Shane Black coming to direct it. I think you're going to get Arnold Schwarzenegger love in this movie. Like,
the only way The Predator doesn't win the weekend is if it gets terrible reviews, like Alien Covenant reviews. If it gets like, hey, it's a pretty good movie, it's going to win easily. Equalizer 2 is going to make it's probably the thing with Equalizer is kind of like Taken, where they make it so cheap that like I think they know
when
they can make their money.
Though, because people love the Equalizer, and there's been a little too much time in between it.
People love Denzel. Yeah. He's amazing. I think this Christopher Robin project's again already getting a lot of flack from the real people. I don't think it's gonna make much, but it could be like the Wonder Woman movie this year about the creators, where it didn't make money, but it got good reviews. It got like even good enough where they're like, hey, this might be Oscar worthy even. So that's good. Like if it's again movies like that, just get a good review and then maybe make some money on the DVDs and everything.
There's one thing I want to get into because on August 8th, which is what is August 8th? Is that a holiday, Alex?
No, I don't think so. Man, we ain't got. Okay, I don't think this one's even coming out anymore.
Hold on, this is an updated list, so we got to talk about this. August 8th there's nothing on there, but August 8th, a Wednesday release is Barbie, which I'm interested to see exactly how much fanfare
it's kind of crazy because Barbie's Barbie, and I don't want to compare it to My Little Pony because I feel like Barbie's a whole new level in general. But I mean, My Little Pony used to be, and that movie did not make much money. Do they know the animated style?
I don't know. That's why I'm saying
that's tough. Like,
but this is why.
Who does the little girls really play with Barbie anymore?
I don't know, but this is why I put it on there because on the 10th, 2 days later, you have the Meg. And you have Scarface.
How much is Scarface?
So I'm like
Diego Luna, dude.
Yeah. What? But like the Meg sounds pretty cool. It's Jason Statham in a big shark.
I know it's gonna be terrible. When's the last good shark movie we got? Jaws.
Yeah.
See, we haven't got a good shark movie since Jaws, the original.
So I
don't want to hear this Deep Blue Sea stuff, guys.
Fine.
It was funny.
You're an asshole.
Crazy Rich Asians. That sounds racist.
So from Friday, August 17th,
White Boy Rick. What is with that weekend?
Let me ask you this, okay? I put this list in front of you from Friday, August 17th, all the way till Friday, September 21st. Do you see a movie you want to see?
I barely know what these names are. Listen to these names: White Boy Rick, Crazy Rich Asians, Happy Time Murders, Cadaver, Little Stranger, Darkest Minds, Alpha, Robin Hood, which is supposed to be the Mary, whatever her name is, his little assistant, his girlfriend.
Okay, yeah.
It's her story with Margot Robbie.
Well, now I want you to stop right there. Stop right there. So Robin Hood, will that movie hit?
Dude,
is there an audience for Robin Hood?
But like, I didn't even know they were going to go through with that movie. Because I know Margot Robbie was supposed to be in it. That's going to be like a Tarzan thing where like it might make a few bucks if it's nothing else with it. And people like Margot Robbie, but Robin Hood hasn't sold since Disney.
I can't wait to watch Tanya. Now I need you to hold on for a second, Alex, because September 28th, there's really nothing.
The House with the Clock in Its Walls, isn't that the one with Tom Hanks that it's supposed to be really like? It's the Asian adaptation, I think.
It could be.
I'm probably wrong. Let's see. The next weekend we have The Kid Who Would Be King. Don't know. Night School, Smallfoot. Ooh, Smallfoot people is the new animated movie about they're looking at the Yetis. And the Yetis believe the humans are the small feet instead of us thinking the big feet.
The House with a Clock in Its Walls is a gothic horror novel. And they're adapting it into a movie.
Okay, so that's what I thought it was.
So you were saying Smallfoot is a...
I think it's one with John Cena. And like he plays the small... No, it's not John Cena. It's Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum's in it. And like a bunch of famous actors.
Yes.
But it looks kind of funny. It was a cute little trailer. Okay. And Boy Erased, I don't know.
So Alex, let me hype this up for a second, Alex, because for you and I, this is
Man Crush Monday.
This is a big moment. On Friday, October 5th, to start off, maybe my favorite month is Tom Hardy as arguably the coolest character in all of anti-hero lore.
He's the greatest person ever. Mad Max, Bane.
Tom Hardy
gonna be like Spider-Man. He's amazing.
Venom. And with so much going on with Spider-Man in the MCU, Fox in the MCU, Alex,
they got Riz Ahmed in there as Carnage. He's a golden. He just won an Emmy.
You and I need to fight, by the way, because we didn't have a show when this was going on. When this movie was first announced, I said The first movie should be called Venom, and it should be about Agent Venom, where they find a symbiote, they attack it, and eventually Tom Hardy becomes Venom. I thought you should call it part 2, because there will be obviously a part 2 if it performs. It should be Venom versus Carnage. That's what I always thought it should be. If Carnage shows up in part 1, I'm going to be pissed.
He is. Well, no, because we argued this. They already announced he is.
I know.
Because also, everyone, backstory. Me and Mike had argued since they announced Venom like 2 years ago, almost a year and a half ago. If Carnage be, I'm like, Venom's cool, but Venom's still a little unknown. You got to throw Carnage in there. Like, you gotta throw all your cards at the table. Like, this isn't one of those things where you kind of hold back waiting, like Spider-Man. Like, you didn't bring Doc Ock the first one. Or Batman, you didn't bring the Joker the first movie. You saved it. This is one of those ones you throw them out there. Like, you throw the big bad out there. Like, you have to. You know, you just have to put Carnage out there. And they already announced Carnage is in the movie, but they haven't said who Ahmad's playing yet. It's probably the worst kept secret, but they can pull Ninja Turtles on us and switch it on us.
Which could be.
Either way, we've already announced Carnage is in the movie, though. Like the director has said, he's part of the plot. So I win, and I'm always right, guys.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Before we move on from Venom, let me just because we're gonna talk about it obviously when we get closer to it. But since we're a little early on, really quick prediction: do we get a Spider-Man reference? Obviously, right? Like tiny one. Like
to be fair, man, that is so tough because like, how much does Disney have with Sony right now?
Disney owns everything.
Sorry, Marvel, but it is Disney. But
Disney owns
how
everything.
much? Because you're like, obviously, I was gonna say, well, they don't have Spider-Man. Like, wait, they do have Spider-Man technically because that is Sony still. Plus the animated movie. I'm like,
they own everything.
But then at that point, like, what a monopoly! Like, you're in Sony still. Like, it's a matter of time.
They're in everything.
I mean, back to Jumanji. Thank God Jumanji made them their nut this year for Sony.
Yeah,
that's their nut. Yeah. Without that movie, they're screwed. But
so you want to go ahead and move on it from October because there's 3
Goosebumps
movies.
2. I saw Goosebumps 1. You know what though? I heard really good, and again,
that's October 12th.
I think it's because I'm old now, and I like when you really look at those Goosebumps again. Beside the doll, they're kind of not as fun as Are You Afraid? I think Are You Afraid of the Dark was better.
You're in for a scare.
Like, I feel like we were more Are You Afraid of the Dark kids more than Goosebump kids. I like the books.
I love
when
Are You Afraid of the Dark.
Mowgli. You're about to pass up Danny McBride's Halloween?
Excuse me, I have it highlighted on my sheet,
said
sir.
October.
No, I said as we go through
Mowgli,
October.
I don't know what that is, but your dog probably did something stupid.
That
Dark
is
Phoenix and Mulan and the Nutcracker and I don't know what the Mary Queen of Scots is.
All right, for all you wondering, Alex got a little overexcited because he's doofus. Mowgli, October 19th, is Andy Serkis's Jungle Book movie all about Mowgli.
Oh, that's going to do terrible.
Yeah, Halloween, Danny McBride.
That's going to be way more funny.
Be great.
It just needs to, again, be good. Just be decent.
Let's get into November. It's going to be cold here in Chicago.
Excited.
We have
How do you know? It's 50 degrees right now in January. Global warming, Mike.
It's not. It's
going to be 50.
30 degrees.
It's going to be 50 tomorrow.
Okay,
check it.
Shut up. Dark Phoenix and Mulan. Which one are you more excited about?
Hold on. I'm looking at the weather. Obviously, Mulan's going to be better. I think the Dark Phoenix is just going to be such a like. Again, they already own like at this point. Like I feel like we're just killing time. It's like TNA. Like you're dying already. Like just die.
Wrestling.
Like stop just like living because like obviously you're alive, but man, just go to Mars. Let Disney do their thing.
Really fast. Mulan. Really love the cast that they put together.
54 Thursday.
Cool. It was -7 yesterday.
It's 28 by the way, people. And it was a -7.
So Mulan, I'm excited to see the casting, see the music.
I love the music.
But here's the thing: with X-Men: Dark Phoenix, I'm so much more excited for New Mutants. Like so much more excited for New Mutants and Deadpool.
It depends how the earlier ones in the year do. Like let's say Deadpool is great. Let's say New Mutants is great. Then you're gonna be hyped as big.
All right, how about Friday, November 9th, Alex? We're going to go see Dr. Seuss' The Grinch.
Nope, because I already have 2 good Grinches. I don't need another.
Why not a third
Unless
one?
it gets amazing. It has to get great reviews. If it's just like, hey, it was good, no, I don't watch it. Or like it's a good kids movie. Like it needs to be Zootopia level, not Boss Baby level.
Here's a shout out for Nicole. You're not really into this universe, but Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. I really like the first Fantastic Beasts. I like the Harry Potter universe, so it should be interesting. But what about this one? Show some respect for Ralph
I'm done for
Breaks the Internet. Wreck-It Ralph.
Here we go. 2. Now you're back to this. Nicole's not awake, Mike. You don't have to plug her.
And
if she hears this, she's going to be so pissed at you. Anyway,
how about
Ralph Breaks the Internet? The one little 30-second clip of them just going to a phone is amazing.
How about, though, the next week we get another great animation movie, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
What is this? Untitled Zemeckis / Carol.
I didn't want to talk about it because I don't know what
I don't know what that is even.
Yeah.
What's he getting into now? I can't wait for Spider-Man to Spider-Verse. It's going to be so good.
Then the next week, we have 2 huge movies I want to know. I know which one you're more excited about, but two huge movies. Which wins in the box office on Friday, December 21st? The continuation of the DCEU. It is Aquaman, James Wan.
What is Bumblebee under? I know it's Transformers. Like I thought that aren't they both Warner Brothers? Why are they? Why
No,
is
one is Universal
Oh, you're right. You're right.
or Paramount.
Yeah, you're right. It's Paramount.
Yeah, it's
that's
one of
right.
the
So I was about to say, I'm like, parts of it. It's one of those things where like parts of it, because like I know the superhero wise, kind of like how Universal has, I think, the comics or the thing, the toys, and okay, because remember, you go to Universal, you see Transformers there.
Yeah. Which one makes more money?
Aquaman, because I think Transformers is well gone. I think that's like Jason Momoa probably is gonna. That is tough, man, because like, yeah, if it's I gotta go Aquaman. You know what? I hope it's Aquaman. I pray it's Aquaman.
I'm gonna go Aquaman.
But I could see it like just because like there's no other DC movies that year.
And you know what?
Superhero. That's a lot of superhero movies in one year.
I'm gonna tell you something right now, though. You don't put so much faith
in Christmas time
on that time unless you believe in that movie. But Alex, speaking of Christmas, I'm super interested to hear about what you got to think about these two movies. Christmas Day, you and I get to go see either city. Bohemian. You're right.
Stupid.
And Mary Poppins Returns.
Okay, so we either get to see the movie that never should have been made, or the movie that they both should never have been made. The movie that was so classic, we probably shouldn't have touched it. It's probably going to be amazing. Or the movie that should be better. It's about the greatest band ever, greatest singer ever, but had a terrible human being running it who got fired midway and didn't get along with the main actor that they had to do a ton of reshoots for. Pick your poison, Mike. I'm probably going to go still see Bohemian Rhapsody for the music, but again, they might not have the rights to half the music.
Give me Emily Blunt's.
But it's Mary Poppins. Did you really like the first Mary Poppins is fine, but you watched it because they made us watch it in school. That's really why we watched it. It's not like we would have gone our way to see it.
Here's the thing, right? Bryan Singer is a fine director. I think he's made really good movies.
He's a bad person, though.
And to be honest, when I think of this movie, all I think about is the Freddie Mercury we didn't get in Sacha Baron Cohen.
And we did get Rami Malek, dude.
He's great.
He's like
Phenomenal.
billion-time Emmy Award winner.
Looks great, but the movie that I had in my head,
if you're gonna get a replacement, like that's a pretty
good.
decent spot. Like I probably prefer him more just because he's younger.
But I wanted
he's proved that his acting chops.
But I wanted a guy who always wanted to play that role. It's just my thing.
Well, they both all want. They both want to play it.
wants
Who
to-
doesn't want to play it?
Everybody wants to match.
There's 17 people who want to play Batman. You know, is that the whole year? Man, that's
2018.
Dude, if
Alex.
we don't get a movie pass, we're gonna go poor.
That's 2018. So just looking back, man, what do you think? Like, what do you think 2018 can surpass any type of like expectations that you have now? Just looking through this list,
I think the thing is, it's gonna be a big year. I think we're gonna get better reviewed movies. I think the problem is it's a lot of
do
competition.
you think it's better spread out though this year?
I think that like this is. It's kind of funny how Hollywood works because they obviously they must see this coming. That's why Movie Pass is becoming so big, and they're like, it's more like you're paying a membership to go to the movies now. Yeah. And I don't think that's going to maintain for much longer because I think we are getting to a point where a lot of it's going to be at home entertainment. I think the movie theater is going to become like the actual theater where you only go on certain occasions for like Star Wars or something. But I can think of like a ton of these movies where I'm like, I want to see it, but I don't want to pay for it necessarily if I don't have a Movie Pass. So, like, I mean, look at this. We can probably do a whole show of just going weekend by weekend, seeing who's going to be the big money makers, and we probably will if, what are we at right now? What time are we at?
We're at 43 minutes.
43 minutes? We should go real fast. Let's go through this.
What do you want to go through?
We'll say the weekend, and if it has more than 2 movies, we'll tell the winner.
Okay, so give me that list. Hold that thought. Let me just start from backwards, okay? So...
let's get...
So on January 12th, so this coming up weekend.
We got The Commuter, Paddington 2, and Proud Mary.
Paddington 2.
Proud Mary actually does look decent. January 19th. Den of Thieves, 12 Strong, the final year.
12 Strong.
I think Den of Thieves.
Okay, on the 26th, it's only Maze Runner.
Nothing the next
How about
weekend.
February 9th? 50 Shades Freed, Peter Rabbit, or the 1517 The Paris.
50 Shades Free.
I agree. Black Panther.
Next. Okay, so
February. We'll skip through the 23rd because we don't know anything about that. Death Wish or Red Sparrow, which opens up?
Death Wish.
Okay, I agree.
Actually,
you know what? I lied. Red Sparrow's going to open up bigger.
If Death Wish gets good reviews, Death Wish. But if it gets bad reviews, obviously, out of the 2, that'll be picked.
On the weekend of March 9th, you have The Upside, Thoroughbreds, A Wrinkle in Time, Gringo, or Strangers at Pray at Night.
Wrinkle in Time, but it's not going to make the money it should.
You know what? I'm going to counter. I'm going to see Strangers wins that weekend.
I could see it. Wrinkle in Time is going to spend too much money, I think.
March 16th, it's Tomb Raider.
Yes.
On the 23rd, how about between Sherlock Gnomes, Isle of Dogs, Pacific Rim, Uprising?
I'm going to go Pacific Rim, but Sherlock Gnomes is going to be pretty damn close, I think.
All right, what ends up making more money, though? Pacific Rim, Uprising, or the movie that opens up next weekend, Ready Player One?
Ready Player One.
Okay.
But again, that Mary Magdalene, Easter, these, people go see those
That's
movies
fair.
on Easter, man. Like, that's true.
Blockers or A Quiet Place on April 6th?
Quiet Place.
April 13th, New Mutants? Easy?
Yes. Oh, the next one's tough.
All right, hold that. Everybody, this is where I want you guys to really take in mind everything that happens this day.
This is why we're doing this.
On April 20th, you can choose between Rampage, starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Super Troopers with the original cast of the
Totally,
original,
with John Travolta, the mobster movie.
or the untitled Cloverfield movie, which was called The God Prodigal. This is the sequel, quote unquote, or in the same universe of Cloverfield and 10 Cloverfield Lane. Alex, which one wins? Which one wins and which one do you
I
want
think
to
it's
go
a
see?
two-man race with Rampage and Super Troopers.
Okay.
I think it's
I agree.
Rampage just for the pure
I think it's Super
novelty
Troopers.
of it.
I think it's Super
And
Troopers.
Super Troopers, I
it's
can
Super
totally
Troopers.
see it because like people our age are stupid. Nothing.
What movie? Okay,
Infinity
how about this?
War.
So Infinity War opens up May 4th. What is the first movie to take it out of first place?
Solo.
Is it Slenderman or is it Solo?
Solo. Slenderman won't take it out of first place because that's gonna get terrible reviews. It's already getting terrible hype.
Okay, here's the next one though. So from Deadpool 2 that opens up on June 1st, does Ocean's 8 take it out of first place?
No, but it's gonna come really close.
Does Ocean's 8, does The Incredibles 2 open up higher than Deadpool 2
It
and
opens
Ocean's
up
8?
the highest in the
Of
that
the
month,
group,
yes.
of the all three, okay.
Yes, because Incredibles 2, like that's just it's anime and it's not nostalgia. Yeah.
So with Jurassic World Fallen
Man,
Kingdom,
how much money are people gonna be spending that month?
So,
Jesus
exactly. This is
Christ.
2 weeks later. But here's what I want you guys to pay attention to. This is on the 22nd of June. You have Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. The next movie that we have interested in is the next week with Sicario 2. But obviously Sicario 2, The Purge 4 are not going to make the type of money to beat Jurassic World.
No.
Does Ant-Man, that opens July 6th, make more money opening weekend than Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom did on June 22nd?
No. Jurassic World's gonna win that month.
What wins between Hotel Transylvania, The Nun, or Skyscraper?
Hotel Transylvania.
Okay, this is why I asked this. So July 13th, this is coming off of 4th of July weekend. People are still in the holiday spirit. You have Hotel Transylvania, which is a popular movie, again, third in the franchise. But you have The Nun, which is part of a franchise as well. The horror community is always big. And then you have a summer blockbuster disaster film with The Rock and Skyscraper. I wonder where people's
I
minds
think
are
we're
going to
rocked out because at that point we already have Rampage. So unless Rampage is the best reviewed movie ever, I don't think we're gonna want to see Rock in another building movie. They probably should have spread that one. That one they probably should have spread out.
What about Alita, Battle Angel, or Mamma Mia? Mamma Mia.
Yeah, dude, that song stuck in my head.
But
Here we go.
So obviously, with Mission Impossible opening up number 1 on July 27th, Teen Titans Go or Mamma Mia, which is number 2?
Because that show's very popular. That show runs Cartoon Network at the moment.
It's not Tom Cruise popular.
But I'm interested. How do we know? How do we know like that most kids do watch it? Like I
Sure,
coach children.
sure. I know,
And
no,
it
I get
surprises
it.
me that as many kids that show is just so strange to me. I gotta see that. Like I think it's Mission Impossible, but man, like there's something about Teen Titans Go for this new generation and this older generation a little bit too, of how snarky and in your face it is. I don't know. Watch out for that one. I'm interested.
On August 3rd,
Ooh, that's another good
The
weekend.
Predator, Equalizer 2, or the Christopher Robin Project.
The Predator.
Predator is going to open up number 1.
Equalizer than that. Untitled Christopher, I don't think will make much money.
Scarface, The Meg, Barbie, which has a better weekend after Wednesday, August 8th.
I'm pretty sure Meg doesn't have any cool dollar bill posters in their room of Scarface. Scarface, dude. Scarface. Every man loves Scarface. Like that's one of the most butch movies you can watch. Honestly, next to Roadhouse, of like every dude likes it, and it's not even the greatest movie ever. But every dude like that middle is terrible. But every guy loves the beginning. Every guy loves the ending. Say hello to my little friend. Like come on, like. Yeah, it's Scarface.
So why don't we go ahead and skip all the way to September 21st?
Yeah.
Does Robin Hood bomb?
Yes,
Okay.
I think it does.
Okay. We gushed all over the movie, the lore, and the actor. Does Venom open to $75 million?
Venom. No, maybe a little under.
Okay.
With good reviews, probably maybe at 70, but I don't think so.
Oh, that's
That's a
interesting.
lot. That's a lot of money, man,
Yeah.
for a Venom movie.
My head right now is stuck at 62.
I need to get closer to it, and I'll
Yeah.
be able to tell you.
I think Tom Hardy's worth $20 million. On
That's
his
what I'm
own.
saying.
Goosebumps 2 is successful.
And then Halloween is gonna.
But the weekend of October 12th, this Goose. What makes more money? Goosebumps 2 or Halloween?
Halloween.
Throughout the month of October.
Halloween.
Okay.
It's in October too. Yeah, that movie's gonna make a ton of money.
I'll go Goosebumps 2 just because of the kid factor.
That's why you're wrong, though.
Is Mowgli any good?
I think it's amazing. It's not gonna make any money. It's
I
gonna
agree.
be. It's gonna be this year. It's gonna be next year's Blade Runner, and it looked fantastic, and the story's pretty good. But no one wants to watch it.
Go
watch it.
Is this the
They'll have our money.
toughest? Yeah, I agree. Is this the toughest matchup of the whole year? X-Men. No, I'm telling you right now. X-Men: Dark Phoenix or Mulan. There's tough matchups when it comes to week to week, but no movies come out against each other that almost have the same crowd. These two crowds are the same because X-Men: Dark Phoenix is going to be about Jean Grey.
It's also the same company now. So unless something goes crazy in document signing in a year and a half, but it's all the same company. I'm a little less fascinated by that. I think there was a few other ones. I think the 420 one, surprisingly, is actually the most difficult to pick.
Fair point.
With
fair
Rampage,
point.
Super Troopers, and all those.
So National Weed Day and this one right here. So let me ask you this though. Let's just say because of how high stake these two movies are going to be for both. Because think about
It's Mulan. It's Mulan. Mulan's gonna win. Look at how much money Beauty and the Beast made.
both movies need to succeed though.
No, I don't think Phoenix can stand up to it. That's the problem. Like this, it's too much split money, and obviously this is said before they bought him out. Obviously, because I probably would have put him like 2 weeks
Do you
before.
think one of them moves since they both are own?
If
Or you think no, right?
We moved New Mutants earlier. Like we just skipped the whole month. So like take New Mutants or Dark Phoenix and put it like 2 weeks before, with like Smallfoot, Boy Erased.
Yeah.
All the Venoms there. Like so, like go the week after Venom or like a week before. Oh no, you know what? Actually, never
It's
mind.
stacked.
Damn, like because now you're going into different markets. So I would do it the next weekend, I guess.
But
or
next
like,
weekend's Dr. Seuss.
Fantastic Beasts either. Never mind.
And
Dark
then the
Phoenix
week
is
after
screwed.
that's Fantastic Beasts.
And that movie just has to have stellar
So
reviews.
let me ask you this though.
But you know what? I think if it's a great reviewed movie, boy nerds are gonna go more to this one, and in general, people will go more to Mulan. So it'll be very mixed. But
Take all your biasness and your absolutely ridiculous opinions and words that you say out of your mouth. What makes more money, Fantastic Beast or Mulan?
Mulan, that's easy.
I think
Super
Fantastic
easy.
Beasts
Wow, you're totally wrong, and I get that you're with Nicole and stuff, and I love her. to death. She's better than you.
When has Harry Potter not made money?
When has Harry Potter gone against a Disney princess remake after the Jungle Book, in between the Lion King, after Beauty and the Beast made $1
They've made
$1,000?
10 movies. I'm sure we can find one where they went against a Disney movie and beat them.
Find it.
We'll do it
Find it
on
for
the next
show.
On the
Find it
next
for
show, we
I
will.
guarantee you're wrong.
Okay.
There-
We'll
it's
do a
no-
bet.
it's-
We'll find out
like,
a bet on
there's
it.
literally only one thing. It's like if you have a straight flush. There's like one thing that beats it, and they draw the one thing that beats it.
I'll say
respect
this.
to the Harry Potter universe.
Maybe
They
the
got
one-
the best land.
Guess
But
what?
dude, guess who says better land? Disney.
Maybe the one thing that beats, maybe the one trump card of Disney is Harry Potter.
And a women movement of all things, like dude, it is just not set up. And pervert Johnny Depp, come on, dude, like this is not going
People
well
are
for
still
them
dumb.
already.
Dude, half of
That's
Alabama
fine.
voted for
That's
a
fine.
person
It's not like we're going to
who dated a
weekend.
13
We're going head to head with a Disney princess Asian in that time of year.
We'll find a bet.
I'm gonna go see Mulan before I see Fantastic Beasts. What are you gonna go watch? Mulan. Thank you.
Ralph Breaks the Internet. Wreck-It Ralph 2 doesn't
That's
make.
gonna be that's my most anticipated movie of the year.
Okay,
You know
can
how
see
much
that.
I love Wreck-It
Yeah.
Ralph. It's beautiful.
What makes more money though?
Aquaman.
Does it make more money than Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse?
Yeah.
What makes more money, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse or Venom?
Venom.
Aquaman, Bumblebee. Does Bumblebee crack 50 million?
Overseas, yeah.
Opening weekend.
Christmas weekend, yeah,
Okay.
easily. I
Does-
think they both crack into 100 almost, probably.
Okay.
Like really, it's gonna be one of those it's gonna be a big weekend. Like instead of one movie making 200 million, it's gonna be a bunch of movies making 200 million. So like 80 here, 100 here, maybe. Because Aquaman's probably not gonna make 100. Neither movie's probably gonna make 100. Because if they were going without each other, they would make 100. But they're not gonna make 100, so they're make maybe 80 each, 90 each, whatever. And then because you still got money for Spider-Man, you're still gonna have money for Ralph Breaks the Internet. Like you're still gonna have more money. So I don't think either breaks 100. That's my point. Like neither breaks 100.
I think Ralph Breaks the Internet wins the month.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, I think that's gonna win the
and that again, I'm just saying this because I really didn't look at the list. That wins the Oscar finally. because it should have won the Oscar when it came out.
It might get the Scorsese treatment and get the Lifetime
It
Award.
looks amazing. It needs to.
And what about Christmas? Obviously, I think Christmas Mary Poppins makes more money because it's Mary Poppins.
We're gonna see this because we're great gentlemen of the podcasting world. We're gonna see Mary Poppins Returns after we see Bohemian Rhapsody.
I agree.
That's just the way we are, people. I mean, Queen is Queen. We like Mary Poppins, but it have to get really great reviews for us to really be like, let's go sit down and watch Mary Poppins, because that first one it's classic, but it's a hard watch, man. It's
especially nowadays.
There's a lot of things in there where you're like, oh god.
But Alex, how can you spew all this about Mulan and then not give the same respect to Mary Poppins?
Eddie Murphy was the dragon in Mulan. That's why I win, don't I? You're mad because you forgot.
We'll be back.
Yeah,
on the Good Brothers Show on Mercado Airwaves.
Mercado Airwaves is brought to you by supporters at patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves. If you would like to support Mercado Airwaves, visit us at patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves. Find us on iTunes at Mercado Airwaves. Keep up to date with the show on Facebook at Mercado Airwaves. You can follow Alex on Twitter at Mercado21Alex. Follow Mike on Twitter at mmercado2333 and on Instagram, Mike Mercado2333.
Alex, 2018 looks to be really fun. I'm really excited. We went through all of it. So, like Alex has been saying profusely all this episode, almost to nausea.
I really should have looked at the list first, because I was thrown off by how many movies are coming out. But yeah, I really should do my research.
I'm really interested to know what you guys think. What are you guys interested about this? How many movies? First of all, because I had this conversation with somebody about pizza, that they only eat pizza once or twice a month. And I'm like, that's weird.
Like week, right? They meant week.
That's what I thought they meant.
Week, I think.
How many movies do you guys see? And if that's the case, when you see stuff like this, is it just Alex and I who are movie buffs where we're like, dude, there's a movie every week?
We are.
Or do you only see 3-4 movies in a year? And if you do, how do you make choices when you have things like Avengers?
Imagine if we did this list and you just got picked one movie a month. Again, we might do this next week on a game or something. Because if you go through 1 month of only one movie, that's crazy. But then you look at us and like, are we really going to watch 30-something movies in the theater?
Maybe.
Because if we watch 2 movies a month, that's already 24. And there's some where we might watch 2 a weekend. We're getting Movie Pass people. We'll tell you how that goes, which one we decide to go with, because there's multiple now. But at this point, it's only going to say, if we don't, we're going to quit because we're stupid.
It's Movie Pass and Cinemia. You could go to Movie Pass or Cinemia. You guys can check that out. Nicole and I are going to probably do Cinemia, and I'll probably do a Movie Pass, so at least that way all three of us
just try it out for a little bit, because you can always cancel your subscription or membership.
But so Alex, what do you think? You excited?
I'm excited. Let's do the one last thing. I want you to pick your most anticipated movie of the year after reading the list. What sticks out to you the most? You get one. You only get one.
Okay. Just for the sake of this segment, I'm taking Black Panther, I'm taking Avengers, Infinity War, and I'm taking them out. Because those are the obvious.
No, they're not obvious. I want you to pick. Be a man. Pick a movie.
Avengers, Infinity War.
Okay, so that's fine. Like, if you want to be basic, be basic. That's fine.
It's very basic. The movie that I'm geeking out about the most is the Cloverfield movie.
Okay, but no. Okay, you picked your movie. You picked the Avengers. That's it. Like, I want you to be stern about it. We can do separate topics. We can do all of this. Pick the movie. I'm going to say this. It's not Black Panther or Avengers. I'm more excited for Black Panther than any other superhero movie of the year.
Fair.
Mine was Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
Wreck-It Ralph 2. Because I love the first one. I think it's one of my favorite. Dude, Wreck-It Ralph, for some reason, I don't know why, but that movie must have caught me at the right moment, at the right time. Like, just magic happened, and I like that. That's my favorite animated movie, dude. Like, I adore that movie. I cannot wait for the sequel. It looks like it's steady to win that. It could win that Oscar. Hopefully. But I totally forgot Incredibles 2. That's going to be such a tough year. Both sequels. No, they have to give it to Record. They already gave Incredibles the first one.
That's why it's hard to choose.
They get that one.
That's why I didn't want to choose Black Panther
and they're both
Avengers.
Disney, too. Just like, it's crazy. Like,
Venom.
Man, Disney's going to make another $5 billion, aren't they?
Dude, Ready Player One.
Like, think about that. That's not Disney, is it?
Yeah.
It's not Disney.
Ready Player One, I believe it's Disney. Yeah.
If that is, then we're screwed. Because Black Panther, plus they don't get the money from Fox. Yeah, they'll make Mulan, Wreck-It Ralph, Incredibles 2, Avengers Infinity War, Black Panther, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Jesus, I mean, they're going to make all their money
Wrinkle
with
in
one
Time,
movie.
that's Disney, right?
Probably.
Oh my God. Okay, so let's just say Disney's making $1 bajillion, and everyone else is not going to do great.
It's Warner Brothers. I'm sorry.
Okay, so Warner Brothers going to that's good for them.
Yeah,
they're going to have a big year too with
Warner
Fantastic Beasts
Brothers.
and that. Like, they'll have a DC and Aquaman.
Yeah. So Warner Brothers has its own thing.
Yeah, that's about it.
I'm very excited. So Alex, yeah.
I'll keep it in the list.
For anybody interested, let us know what you guys think. Please comment on everywhere you guys listen to it. Please do us a huge favor. We're on iTunes. Subscribe to us at Mercado Airwaves. Subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/MikeMercado2333. There you can comment on all of our videos, all of our episodes, all of our interviews. We want you to be a part of the conversation. Do us a huge favor. Visit us on Facebook. Like us at Mercado Airwaves. There you can see all of our episodes. Be part of the conversation. Let us know if you're only watching 3 or 4 of these movies, which ones are they? How do you make your decision? For me and Alex, it's pretty much a no-brainer.
You just go see it.
Yeah. But for you guys, how do you make up your mind? How do you make up your decision? I'm really interested in hearing that. For all you Android users, we got you covered. If you use Google, just go to soundcloud.com/Mercado Airwaves. You can listen to all of our episodes right there. Every one of our shows, like The Good Brothers, Pizza Night with Nick and Mike, and every one of our interviews with UFC champions, superstars, legends of the sport, you can listen to them at patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves, ad-free or before anybody else. If you want to bring your brand, your business to a diverse group of people, a diverse group of shows, we have a tier just for you. That's patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves. And of course, you can see us behind the scenes. Just follow us on Instagram, Mike Mercado2333. Alex, you got any last words for the fine people? 2018 is going to be a big year. What do you have any advice?
No, when in doubt, party out, mark it out. The usual people, stay safe.
It's going to be a fun year, Alex. It's going to be a fun year. Good brother. I'm excited. Yes, it's a Star Wars thing.
Mike has a bunch of Star Wars things on his desk, and I want them.
Yeah, just make sure you don't turn off the board this time, please.
Yeah, I'll try my best.
Thank you so much, guys, for making us a part of your day. For the good brother, Alex Mercado, I'm Mike Mercado. We will see you next time.
Thanks for joining us here on The Good Brothers, here on Mercado Airwaves.